guys, today we will convert equations of ellipses to standard form. This is my standard form. So the equations will start out all crazy to where when you look at it, you can't even recognize what shape that would be. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. So the whole point is, let's go ahead and put x squared and x together. And then we will have to end up completing the square right there. Plus 6y squared. I don't have another y over here. So, and we're going to move the constant over to the other side. So plus 29. Okay, so from completing the square, from when we did converting equations of circles to standard form, I talked a little bit more in details over how to complete the square. But short, I will just do a mini lesson over here off to the side. So you're going to get b divided by 2, and you're going to square it. b is -2, so -2 over 2, and you square it. So -2 over 2 is -1. -1 is squared is +1, so +1. And since you're adding +1 or adding 1 to this side, you have to do the same thing to the other side because you need to keep it balanced. Okay, so here we go. The next step, you need to factor this trinomial right here. So you factor, you're looking for two numbers that multiply to 1, same two numbers that add up to -2. So you have x minus 1 squared. Plus, there's nothing I need to do with y squared right there, equals 30. All right, but the standard form calls for equal 1 right here, equal to 1. How can I make that happen? Well, if I divide everybody by 30, so write yourself a little note right there. So divide by 30. So you can get 1 right here, so you can make it equal to 1. Okay, so you divide by 30, divide by 30, divide everybody by 30. And that should be it. So my equation in standard form is x minus 1 squared over 30. Plus here you have to simplify this fraction. 6 over 30 is 1 over 5. So y squared over 5 equals 1. And you know, sometimes it gets crazy, but it's not too bad. It's just the main idea. Okay, so we will put x with x, y with y, and the constant will have to go to the other side. So x squared minus 14x plus complete the square plus 4y squared minus 16y plus complete the square equals -33. So I have to complete the square right here. Okay, so this one is easy because I just do the same thing what I did here. You get b divided by 2, so b is -14. -14 divided by 2 is -7. -7 squared is 49. So 49 here, 49 there. All right. Now when you look at this, you're like, whoa, how can I deal with this? I have a 4 right there in the front. So I guess I'm not ready to complete the square, so I will not. I will wait a couple more steps to do that. So I will deal with what I know at this point. So go ahead and factor this. We know how to factor. So you get this number, divide by 2. And if you can't remember, I really talked about this one on the circles video. So, but you're looking for two numbers that multiply to 49, same two numbers that add up to -14. So you have x minus 7, x minus 7. You can just rewrite this as x minus 7 squared. Plus, now when I look at 4, I look at 16. I'm like, since we're talking about factoring here, why not factor this 4 out? That's what I'm going to do. So factor the 4 out. 4 is the GCF between these two. So divide this guy by 4, you get y squared. Divide this one by 4, you get 4y. And then equals whatever we have here. 49 minus 33, 16. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. There's nothing I can do about this one, so you leave it alone. So x minus 7 squared plus 4. Now, we have to complete the square here. But I hope you're listening, because if you miss this part, you're going to miss the boat here. So we're still completing the square here like we did here and like we did here. That is the same idea. So you get b divided by 2, you get negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. Voila. And I know you're about to put 4 right here. But think about this for a second. This 4 is not really 4. This 4 is being multiplied by 4 right here. Okay? So 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm adding 16 to this side. That means I need to add 16 to this side too. Be very careful with this one. Write yourself a little note. Put a star by this 4. It doesn't matter to me. Write yourself a little note, because this will get you. So x minus 7 squared plus 4. Now you factor y minus 2 squared. Yeah, two numbers that multiply to 4, same two numbers that add up to negative 4. Or just half of b, right there. So here we have 32. We're still not done, because we need this to equal 1. So divide by 32. Okay, divide by 32, divide by 32, divide by 32. So x minus 7 squared over 32 plus 4 divided by 32. You have to simplify this fraction. So this fraction will simplify down to 1 over 8. But you don't need to write the 1 right there. You just go y minus 2 squared over 8. Again, if you're not listening, you will never find out where this 8 came from. not 32 equals 1. Because that was the whole point. All right. I have one more just because. This is not any different, but it's a little icky, just like number 2. So, but that's the same idea. Okay, I will put them together. But at this time, I will go ahead and factor them all at the same time. So in this step, I'm just organizing and putting them together. Good thing that negative 93 is already there. Good thing that my constant is already there. Okay, so the next step, I will factor the 2 out of the x, and I will also factor the 3 out of the y, and I will complete the square all at that same step. So I'm factoring the 2 out right here. So 2 x squared plus 12, x plus blank, plus 3. So I'm factoring 3 out between 3 and negative 18. So I have y squared minus 6, y, complete the square, equals negative 93 plus blank plus blank. Okay? Now, when I'm completing the square here, I get 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared, 36. What goes here? 2 times 36. So 72 goes there. Now, from here, I get negative 6 divided by 2. I get negative 3. Negative 3 squared, I have 9. What goes there? 9 times 3. Okay? So after you do this a couple times, you will get the hang of it and you don't have to write everything down. So 2, now we're factoring. X plus 6 squared. Because 6 times 6 is 36. 6 plus 6 is 12 squared. Yes? 3. Y minus 3. For the same reason. Negative 3 squared is 9. Negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. All right. And here, we add them all up. 6. Now we got it. Divide everybody by 6. So I can get 1 right here in my standard form. Divide everybody by 6. Simplify the fraction here. So final answer is x plus 6 squared over 3 plus y minus 3 squared over 2 equals 1. The end. Take your time and be careful with that if you have a factor on the outside right there to go from 36 to 72. Goodbye.